So it's now time to give the floor to the farmers. It's my real pleasure to give the floor to the President of the World Farmers Organization, Mr. Peter Ashley Kendall. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much indeed, and again, I will be brief. I must first of all say, as a farmer, and I said this to one of the meetings earlier this week, I spend a lot of my time actually on my farm just outside Cambridge in the United Kingdom. I was explaining at a meeting only 2 days ago how my hands have got grazes on it because I was repairing drains that my grandfather installed in the land 60 years ago. And at the same time, we're putting new drains in that I hope my grandchildren will be using and getting the benefit of in years to come. So for me as a farmer, to see, and I use this phrase quite carefully, the big hitters in the room, the commitments around the UN on agriculture is really warming. It's a fantastic array of speakers. As the president of the World Farmers Organization, we represent 70 organizations of farmers around the world from 50 different countries on every single continent. And when I listened yesterday lunchtime to Al Gore, going over again the scale of the problem we face with climate change, showing pictures of the empty lakes in California. He showed the floods in my country, in the United Kingdom, last February, where crops were underwater for 2 months. He showed parts of Asia with phenomenal floods again. Farmers around the world cannot produce food with such extreme weather events. So to have a global alliance looking at smart, and I think the word smart in climate smart agriculture is so important, looking at smart solutions for us as farmers that we can use on our farms around the world is absolutely vital. I used the example yesterday morning as well of the woman from Cambodia who now, linked in by mobile phones, was able to take advice, take nitrogen samples of her soil to discover that she was using far too much nitrogen to grow rice. Knowledge transfer, modern technology, getting the right information to her on her farm. Her margins had increased significantly. On my large farm in England, saving fertilizer from volatilization ending up in watercourses is fundamentally important for the battle against climate change. Smart agricultural solutions are what we have to find, and it's why this initiative is so valuable. I want to make one last point. You see Al Gore talking about the challenges of climate change. You see the latest forecasts for population may be going to 10.9 billion by the end of this century. I think farmers are optimistic. What gets me out of bed in the morning as a farmer is being optimistic for the future. But with that optimism, comes an enormous responsibility. We have to find ways of producing food in a much more climate smart way. Thank you very much indeed.